Hey, welcome back to my channel, this is Kuro, and we're playing some more Genshin Impact on the PS5. So, we took a break and now we're back with some Genshin Impact. I am going to play some more story quests, so we're going to do Ganyu's one. Actually, we're going to do Ganyu, Xiao, Hutao, and Eula. And then we'll probably return back to the main story quests and do a bit more Sumeru before we head over to Fontaine. Okay, so there's a bunch of ladies over there. We're back with Lumine as well.
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us.
Okay.
And she's been handling it alone all along. The
For hundreds of years.
Clearly isn't an
Thousands of
ordinary
years,
person.
even.
It's so frustrating.
Huh? You're...
The Traveler.
Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
They're all talking about Ganyu behind her back.
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants.
Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler?
Is she missing?
Several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst.
Oh, why did she go to
She's
Jing
the
Kuss?
Even though the Chising have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones.
Okay.
They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a
seems-
letter to Joyun Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual
About Asile?
responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who
Okay.
can blame her after working so hard?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Miss Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Liyue.
Okay.
Even when it's time for her annual leave, Miss Ganyu stays on duty at Yuehai Pavilion saying there is still so much to do. She
Okay,
can't
that's
possibly be
completely
using her mission
Ganyu.
as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
It's because of this absurd workload of hers.
Oh, yeah. It's quite
When we
famous.
first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing.
Yep, the Adeptus lineage is truly remarkable.
Speaking of Joyun Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in and out of there as you please.
Of course, we've been there
So you want us to
times.
Go off
that's
and
good
find
news.
Ganyu so she can
Could
come
you go
back
to
to do the
Julian
work.
Karst and find
Yeah.
Miss Ganyu for us?
Okay.
We're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud,
Cloud
Retainer's
Retainer.
abode. You might as
We're
well
going to be
start
seeing the
looking
bird
for
form
her
of
there.
Miss Birdie.
It's about time she came back to work.
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
Okay. Sees the clouds, sees the people.
So Ganyu left to visit
Alright.
Cloud Retainer.
Okay, we found Ganyu over here.
Standing over there. That's Ganyu.
Yep, let's talk to her.
Ganyu,
So we're
here
gonna
you
be
are.
rolling with
You two.
the Traveler,
I did not
Hut
expect
team.
to meet you here.
Hutao,
Is
and
it official
Orvaldol.
or private affairs
and
that bring you
The
here?
bird.
I
Yep.
shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yuehai Pavilion regarding matters concerning the commercial port.
You have left the human world? What?
You don't want to be the Chising secretary anymore?
Hang on.
They're all waiting for you to come back.
What's going on?
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in vain.
Okay, could you explain what's
What?
going on?
Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to be. When
I'm
the
so
Adepti
confused.
entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave.
Okay.
My Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor.
Uh-huh.
I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Baiwen, Baishao, and Baishu. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me.
I think
Since the
you've
chief, I
completely
appreciate your
misunderstood the whole
kindness,
thing.
But there's no need for your words of comfort.
Uh-huh.
After 1,000 years away, I came back to Joyun Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind. I feel better now.
Okay, I think there's a huge, massive misunderstanding
Who
over here.
disturbs the peace of these mountains?
And here comes the big bird. Okay, Mother Bird is here.
Cloud Retainer, we're terribly sorry. We just...
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you set foot upon this land.
Right.
Wow, you Adepti really are impressive.
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well.
In more ways than one. Chat about the old times.
Ah, the matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One has been one's
She is
own
quite
companion in idle
conversationalist.
talk for many a year.
Conversationalist?
Ah, yes.
Uh-huh.
Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her
Oh,
youth
yes.
shall
We want to hear
apprise
more
you of,
stories about her
perhaps?
youth, her childhood.
Oh, Cloud
They're
Retainer.
always entertaining to listen
Nothing
to.
to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
Most certainly. I am very curious. Yeah. Now that's a good topic of
Paimon
discussion.
wants to hear it?
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed. When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns. She was elsewise loath to sleep.
I want to say something inappropriate, but I'm going to keep the comment to
Plump
myself.
She was back then.
Keep it
Why,
PG.
When she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom
Oh,
like a little
yeah, I
ball.
heard about the story. She was quite plump. And
The
then she
day
got stuck in a
Ganyu
monster.
bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh.
Right.
So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Oh, that's a little bit rude.
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
And she's blushing. Okay. She's turning red. And you upset Ganyu.
Ah,
You need to read the room.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite. Impressive.
Be
Very
that
impressive.
so? Huh. But returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival.
Yeah, you don't want her
Cannot
moping
help but
around.
feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for her. One will tell you more about her, if you should permit it.
Okay.
Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts.
That's quite deep.
Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany
Also,
her.
that was a beautiful animation. Ganyu is probably
Taylor's
one of my
right.
favorite
Can't
characters.
leave Ganyu depressed
Most
like
likely
that.
out of the Liyue
Besides,
cast.
Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong. Anyways, what's that training
They
Ganyu was
desperately
talking about?
need her. Yeah, well,
She has sought to reclaim
has
her
training.
Adeptus side since returning to Jueyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve that end.
She should be in the southern part of Mount Aotsong right now, preparing for the trial.
Is that so? Let's go take a look then.
okay.
Ganyu?
Ganyu.
Why did you come here?
She sounds so depressed. I would like to try this
Is that
Adeptus training.
so? You really are interested in the ways of Adepti.
Maybe
This
we should
trial
become
was
one.
prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel like an Adeptus again.
Okay.
The training is much to her signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others. No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin the training.
Alright. Yay! Okay, so we got Ganyu. Right. Here we go. And we'll hit this. Right, let's get this one. I reckon we could probably hit this. Alright, here we go. Oh, there's two there. And pew! Yay!
We've completed the task.
That
What do
wasn't
you
too
think?
bad. Perhaps I make a good
I agree.
Adeptus.
You possess many qualities similar to those of Adepti, despite having none of their blood.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
Mountain Shaper
No.
next or Mooncarver?
The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is
Shao.
Who is it?
Seal.
Conqueror of Demons.
Yep, it's him.
So
Of course it's him.
Shao.
Yep.
That cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared
How
to
interesting.
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming. He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Of course we are.
Alright, let's tag along. Okay, so we teleported to a location where Seal should be nearby. Okay, so we warped to a location where Shao should be nearby, or where Kirito is. So we're just gonna look for him. There we go.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
I'm sorry.
How is that? That's that wrongful way. Wait.
I don't need your
okay.
explanations and don't require any
Why does his
mutual
voice sound so
understanding
different?
between us. I'm just helping you with your training.
Yeah, his voice sounds
That's all.
different.
Shao is such a strict teacher.
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human, always treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of confusion. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
Okay, maybe you should be
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your
tone
mind,
it down a little bit.
your body
I feel like
can
you
help
should tone
find
it
a
down.
solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes. I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, so I take it
We're
that
way behind
the
schedule.
device over here
The trials
would be the
again.
trial. Okay,
I'm
I
already
can also
feeling
hear
it.
electricity.
Even the weather's changed.
Okay. Yeah.
Be gone.
Be gone. Alright, the big guy is going to be a bit of a problem, but that should be fine.
Cut to the chase.
Wait, she can do 2 of the flower blossoms? Oh, you probably need to be a higher constellation. That would make sense, given that I can only do 1 flower.
All hail.
Alright, this is
Yeah.
a bit of a mess.
Windblade.
There we go.
I've completed your trial.
You
Okay.
don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training. Only
Right.
you can evaluate the result of this trial.
Uh-huh.
You'll progress faster that way.
Understood.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
Mm-hmm. That's, you know... Yeah, he could be
From
nicer.
tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
I have to do what?
Another one of those pesky
Oh, he sent
visitors.
somebody... Yeah. But why is
I'll
his
leave him
voice
to
different?
You, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
Yeah, he definitely sounds a lot more gruffer.
Pesky visitor?
Uh-huh.
So even here there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
Yeah. It's a human.
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti. Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's
okay,
Sin
oh
Chung.
dear.
I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti.
Uh-huh.
I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth, and a good career.
Oh, so it's a pilgrim.
Yeah. Okay. Very
I
materialist.
am also
okay.
one of the Adepti.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
Wait,
Perfect. I didn't come in vain then.
you're not adepts in
Although
training.
you sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter. What blessings can you grant me?
Nothing.
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
Mm-hmm. Well, that... you know, that actually kind of makes sense.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of the Adepti?
Not quite.
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through hard work and earnest living.
Mm-hmm.
It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships, but are also full of joy. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Wow, okay, she's...
Are you a
I think
real
we can sense-
Adeptus?
Oh, okay.
Why do you speak and behave like us city folk?
Uh-huh.
You sure you're not one of those swindlers who poses an Adeptus to
He
cheat
just can't
people
take
out of their money?
criticism.
Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
Wow, okay.
Nobody's stopping you. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
She doesn't have quite the same authority and sternness as Cloud
It's
Retainer.
not his behavior. The things he said, he was right. I thought that coming back to Juyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an Adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that
You know, what's the interesting thing about Chinese literature, or novels, or scene stories? Usually the scenes want to be more human, and then humans want to be more scene. So, Ganyu is sort of perfect. Best of both worlds. You're better off sticking up with your human side, yeah?
I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
Can you believe a human like me
It's
just
true.
once?
Just believe us.
They love you.
Alright. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I still trust my initial judgment. If I'm proven right, I'll return to Juyun Karst once again.
Okay. Self-exile.
It's a step in the right direction.
Let's go. Okay, so we teleported to just outside the town. And we're... Okay, so we teleported just outside the town, and we're at Lake Harbor.
Back.
I'm still...
Nervous.
Ganyu,
Shy.
we're almost there. You don't want to turn back now, do you?
Nope.
I suppose you have a point. It would be quite impolite of me to leave the two of you now.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Where do you want to go
I've spent too much time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to my mind is the sea.
She loves the sea.
Let's
She
go
loves the
for a
mountains.
walk in the port.
She loves nature.
Happy to come with.
Alright, so we're on a date with Ganyu.
Hey, thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. It really does help me out. If you haven't already done so, you can also hit the bell icon and turn on notifications. That way you'll get updates for when I upload my new videos. Or follow me on Twitter at KuroAkiGames. I'm also on Twitch at twitch.tv/KuroAkiGames, where I occasionally stream my raw gameplay videos on there, or some content that isn't on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at KuroAkiGames, and I will see you guys soon.